When you hear me, Pastor Melo speaking. The theme of our video today is Fatima, the reign, the son, and the coming of the Messiah. It is based on the following text of Prophet Hosea. Let us press on to acknowledge him. As surely as the sun rises, he will appear, he will come to us like the winter rains, like the spring rains that water the earth. This passage from Hosea chapter 6 verse 3 can be understood in two ways. A. It is a banal text of a general nature as appears at first glance. B. It is a prophecy relating to a specific large-scale event destined to occur at a specific moment in the clock of human history. As you can easily guess, it is the second option that is valid in the context of this video. This channel is first and foremost dedicated to the greatest mystery of all time. It is the only mystery in the history of mankind which, once revealed and known to all, will completely turn the world upside down. It is the only mystery that will bring man into a new era, the one described in Isaiah chapter 11 under the Messiah and his reign. For the earth will be filled with the knowledge of the Lord, as the waters cover the sea. On that day the offspring of Jesse will be there as a banner for the peoples. The nations will turn to him, and glory will be his dwelling place. Verses 9 and 10. The greatest problem that we encounter the revelation of this mystery of mysteries is that people, even the believers, do not know the Creator, the Most High. Hence, the veil that obscures their understanding as soon as the Creator is depicted to them as he really is. For this reason, Prophet Hosea exhorts everyone to endeavor to know the Creator. Verse 3. In order to know the Most High, you have to engage in a fairly difficult exercise. Turn your brain upside down. By doing so, you will get on the same wavelength as the Creator, who proclaims, "My thoughts are not your thoughts, and your ways are not my ways. As the heavens are high above the earth, so are my ways above your ways." Isaiah chapter 55 verses 2-9. Immediately after this exhortation to know the Most High, Prophet Hosea speaks of the coming of the Lord, referring to it not as a hypothesis, but as certain as the sun at dawn. Now, in the Fatima, the link between the sun and October 13th, 1917, it points to the inexplicable and unexplained phenomenon of the dance of the sun, without which the prophecy of Revelation chapter 12 verse 1 would have fallen into oblivion immediately after the cycle of the apparitions of the Lady from Heaven to the little Portuguese shepherds Lucia, Francisco, and Jacinta. However, the connection between the Hosea text, theme of this video, and the day of October 13th, 1917 in Fatima does not end with the sun. Indeed, the annals formally confirm that before the miracle of the sun, it had rained during hours. A photographer who had brought all his equipment to the covered area, the place of the apparitions, was able to immortalize this rain made visible by hundreds of open umbrellas covering the crowd. A newspaper of the time soberly wrote, The rain has been falling continuously since 8 a.m. that morning, and the assistants were soaked. The rain first, then the sun are the two prodigious miracles of October 13th. The rain, because immediately after the 10 minutes that the sun's dance lasted, everything became instantly dry. The muddy soil, the clouds and umbrellas of the multitude who witnessed the phenomenon, even the few vehicles that were there, the slightest drop of rain had disappeared. After the rain comes the good weather, as the popular saying goes. We can transpose this adage to the symbolism attached to Fatima. In fact, the world was going through serious bad weather with a great war which was threatening the very survival of mankind. The sun stands for good weather, good news that comes to dissipate the clouds covering all of humanity. In order to discover which this good news is, it suffices to link the Sunday, October 13th, 1917, rain and sun, to the prophetic announcement made by Hosea, the coming of the Lord. Of the secret return of the Messiah of Isolele, which constitutes the third secret of Fatima, began in the spring of 1917. Hosea accordingly speaks of the spring rain. The sun which wipes out the rain is the brightest clue that the light of the world, John chapter 8, verse 12, was back. Angola, a Portuguese overseas territory, sitting in darkness, sitting in the region of the shadow of death, due to colonial occupation which followed a cruel deportation of its population, enslaved by millions, had seen a great light. Matthew chapter 4, verse 16. For this territory, located on the circle of the earth, Isaiah chapter 40, verse 22, the son of Fatima had risen. A child was born there 9 months after the beginning of the apparitions of the Lady from heaven. Revelation chapter 12, verse 5. This child, although King of kings, Lord of lords, was during his life man of sorrows, accustomed to suffering. Isaiah chapter 53, verse 2. Return on earth, incognito, to set the detonators which will be used to a. Bring back the captives of Isolele to the land of origin, after gathering these immense diaspora from all their places of servitude. Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 14. B. Remove the veil behind which the 12 Mavila, or tribes of Isolele, pillars of the kingdom of Congo-Diantotela, have been hiding for centuries, and create a universal kingdom that will never be destroyed. Daniel chapter 2, verse 44. Then the righteous will shine like the sun in the kingdom of their Father. Matthew chapter 13, verse 3. Ingeta, Pastor Melo.